You are invited to a murder. A stranger lies dead in Arlington Grange. There are 6 suspects, but which one is the killer? Could it be Mrs. Peacock, lady of the manor and beautiful society hostess? Perhaps Colonel Mustard, military hero and intimate family friend? Is the Reverend Green a saint or a sinner? Is it Professor Plum, a man with a degree of suspicion? Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock's glamorous stepdaughter? Or Mrs. White, loyal housekeeper and devoted confidant?
Oh, my lord. Come quickly. He's dead. Ratcliffe is dead.
Calm yourself.
But he's dead.
The Colonel told me the truth about Terry Ratcliffe. I didn't know what to do. I was in such a state. All I could think of was more washing, cooking and cleaning for the likes of Mrs. Peacock and Miss Scarlet. Year in, year out, washing, cooking, cleaning. I told Mr. Ratcliffe I'd changed my mind, but he wasn't having any of it. He practically threw me out. Inside, he was laughing at me, I could tell. So I went into the library and I poured myself a drink. Now, I'm not much of a drinker, as you know. Perhaps it made me come over all strange, because the next thing I knew, I was putting the stopper down the front of my apron. When I saw Miss Scarlet come out of the study, I went in and did what I did. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sorry, but it had to be this way.
Oh, Jake, I'm so sorry.
Blanche, what is it? What's wrong?
Oh, Jake, he's dead. He's murdered.
It was a question of balance, you see. My reputation balanced against his life. And I found the scales to be tipped against him. My only weapon was the sword, but Mrs. Peacock had seen that in my possession, so I used the sword to force open the cabinet and remove the dagger. And when Jake, in his anger, came looking for the treasure, well, it was easy for me to plead ignorance. After all, Jake had no idea of the ruin he'd brought down on my head. I was the last person he would suspect. And so, the treasure which he unearthed was buried again. In his back. Had to be done. After all, I have a reputation to uphold.
Mrs. Peacock, what on earth's the matter?
A miracle, Reverend, a miracle. Morgan is dead.
God does indeed move in mysterious ways his wonders to perform.
yes, you're right, I did it. Pounded the little ferret's head to mush with a microphone. Sorry, terribly sorry, but there it is. Someone had to do it. Vermin, you know, rodent family, like grey squirrels. Daddy would have squished him like a flea, or set the hounds on him. The weasel was going to write a book, tales of royals and peasants rutting. Princess Catherine in salacious sex romps with gamekeeper, that sort of stuff. We can't have that, can we? It's all absolutely true, of course. And all my fault. And it wouldn't have stopped there. It probably would have spawned some hideous mini-series for satellite television. I did you all a favour.
Do-it-yourself cremations. That's what I could do with a Barbo blaster if it doesn't work out for picnics.
Well, Professor, what an ugly idea. Whatever made you think of that?
That dead chap.
What chap?
Well, you know, what's his name? That Sir Nigel fellow.
All my life I've been frightened by men like Sir Nigel Hussey. Fat, loud, inhuman men, pig men, oinkers, oinking great slobby dollops who think they know everything and own everything. I was bullied by them, made to look stupid, thick and scared, but not anymore. Oh no. No more fat schoolboys singing Minky Manky Mustard, whose belly's as yellow as custard. Look who's laughing now. It's not old Squealer Hussey who leered at poor Vivian. No, it's Mustard. You should thank me. Believe me, Sir Nigel Hussey was a very dangerous lump of lard.
Margaret is dead! Who killed my fish?
When I took the car to the village, I'd heard that the kid I'd knocked down was in really bad shape. There'd been no witnesses, apart from the old girl and her second sight. If she started talking, I figured I was going down. So what the hell? I could only gain by shutting her up. It was easy. When I got back, I heard the vicar saying he'd wait for her in the drawing room. All I had to do was get rid of him with a fake message from his lady friend, find something to do the job, and sit back and wait. I snuffed her out with a lighter. At least it was good for something. Then I went back to the hall and made out I'd just got back. But you know, I've been thinking. Maybe she didn't know so much after all. I mean, she didn't see me in the cards, did she?
Oh, my God. She's dead.
The time has come to confess before God and fellow witnesses. You poor peasants, you sad, witless souls, did you not recognize that an artist walked amongst you? A true man of letters? Nay, I will go even further. A genius. I took into my hand the pen, the greatest weapon known to man, I flourished it with all the craft and eloquence of the noble bard. I took unto myself to write words that would echo through the centuries down to the very end of time. And then she arrived and unraveled the text of my life. She knew that my book was not pure fiction, but based on fact. So naturally, I had to write the last chapter of her life. But let me say this to you, Philistines, lock me away, and you just don't bang up a balmy vicar. You incarcerate a living legend. Yes, a literary legend. I, the Reverend Green, could have been up there on the heights. I was a contender. I could have been up there with Shakespeare, Dickens, Trollope. Yes, even with Geoffrey Archer. Oh, God, forgive me.